Well, now we'll introduce you to our new sports director. Jevan McCoskey, that's Devin with a J, joins us for his first ever sports block.
Thank you so much. My name gets a lot easier when you simply remember it as just Devin with a J. I'm so excited to be a part of the WXXV News 25 sports team, bringing you all of your local and national coverage. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Good evening and welcome to sports. We kick things off in the NFL where the New Orleans Saints were looking for a bounce-back win in Week 12 as they traveled to Atlanta to face the Falcons. Derek Carr is back after clearing concussion protocol and looking to provide a spark the Saints offense so desperately needs. First quarter, Saints in the red zone looking to extend their three-point lead, but Carr's picked off by Jesse Bates. And check this out, the Falcons cornerback returns this one 92 yards to the house, untouched for the pick six, and puts the Falcons up early 7-3. Let's jump to the third quarter as Carr drops back, looking for Chris Olave deep down the sideline, but you can see the Ohio State product come down awkwardly, and Olave would leave the game with a concussion. One step forward and two steps back for the Saints, kind of a theme for this year's team. Fourth quarter now, Saints needing a stop on defense, but Desmond Ridder is having none of that as he finds rookie running back Bijan Robinson for the score. But in the end, the Saints dropped their second straight game, losing 24-15, and with that, fall to first place in the NFC South. After the game, Carr spoke on what went wrong for his team on Sunday.
Yeah, penalties and turnovers. We had the pick, we had a fumble, and then it seemed like every time we got down there, we had some kind of penalty. And it's hard to overcome those in a normal drive, let alone when you're down there, because now the field shrinks and it's harder to get those yards back. So, that's the fact. That's just what it is.
The Saints will look to get back to 500 on the season against the Detroit Lions this coming weekend. Well, sticking with football, but to the college game we go with some big news making its way to Mississippi State University program. On Sunday afternoon, Director of Athletics Zach Selman announced Jeff Lebby as the new head coach of the Bulldogs. Lebby becomes the 36th head coach in program history and recently served as the offensive coordinator for Oklahoma. But just how successful was he during his time as a Sooner? How about being one of only 3 schools in the country ranked inside the top 6 for total offense, scoring offense, and passing offense? In the official press release, Lebby said, quote, "Being the head coach at Mississippi State is the opportunity of a lifetime. My family and I are fired up to ingrain ourselves in this community, build relationships with our players, and hit the recruiting trail," end quote. Lebby also understands the importance of football in the SIP as he has worked on the Ole Miss coaching staff before his time at Oklahoma. On other Mississippi college football news, the Southern Miss Golden Eagles have officially wrapped up their 2023 football season. On Saturday, the Eagles hosted the Troy Trojans, who wasted little time getting things started. The Trojans scored early in the first, but the Eagles answered back in the second quarter after scoring 10 unanswered points, capped off by a 57-yard touchdown run courtesy of Frank Gore Jr. to go up 10-7. But the lead wouldn't hold as the Trojans rallied from behind and found a way to win big 35-17. The Golden Eagles season ends with an overall record of 3-9. Despite the loss, Frank Gore Jr. became the first Eagles running back with 10 or more touchdowns since Ito Smith back in 2013, over a decade. Gore Jr. also surpassed 4,000 career rushing yards, something only Ito Smith and Damian Fletcher achieved in program history. The C. Spire Connerly Trophy is presented annually to the state's top college football student athlete, and on Tuesday the winner will be announced out of 10 nominees. Those nominated include Aaron Allen from Alcorn State, Patrick Shagog out of Delta State, Belhaven's Colby Blunt, Jackson State's Irv Mulligan, Ethan Klappich from Millsaps College, Marcus Williams from Mississippi College, Mississippi State Bulldog Nathaniel Watson, Rodney Luckett from Mississippi Valley State, Quinshawn Judkins out of Ole Miss, and lastly, but certainly not least, Southern Miss's own Frank Gore Jr. The Kent Hall Trophy is awarded annually to the best offensive lineman in college football, and this year Mississippi State's Cole Smith was named the winner. Smith is the 6th Bulldog to win the award and the first since 2021. Smith was selected by a panel of NFL scouts and will receive his trophy during C. Spire Connerly Trophy presentation. Well, that does it for sports. Stick around after this quick timeout for more news from WXXV News 25.